I am back again. Hello, hello. Okay, I tested out the sound. Sound is fine. I have no clue what happened earlier this afternoon, but it is what it is. It was a fluke. Oh well. Carry on. Okay, so chapter 11, the science of getting rich, acting in the certain way. So as always, I'm going to read the chapter first, and then I will go into my thoughts or try to maybe give an analogy or two to help you understand it better. And believe me, if you think this is, people think that they get it after reading it once. Mm-mm. No, they're fooling themselves because I didn't even get it after the first reading. I think it took me maybe 4 or 5 times reading it fully. And then I thought I had it. I did. I thought I had it. And then we continue on, and no, I didn't have it. I thought I did, but I didn't. So, and my mentor, Robert Hollis, he just recently, it was like not even 3 months ago, we did a complete book club mastermind on this book, and we picked apart each chapter. There was a whole bunch of us that did this together. So, two or more minds creates a mastermind. Two minds creates a third mind. So you get my drift here, right? It was phenomenal. And I'm going to share that entire playlist with you at the end. So you got to stay watching in order to get it. Okay. Chapter 11, acting in the certain way. Thought is the creative power or the impelling force which causes the creative power to act. Thinking in a certain way will bring riches to you, but you must not rely upon thought alone, paying no attention to personal action. That is the rock upon which many otherwise scientific metaphysical thinkers meet shipwrecked. The failure to connect thought with personal action. We have not yet reached the stage of development, even supposing such a stage to be possible, in which man can create directly from formless substance without nature's processes or the work of human hands. Man must not only think, but his personal action must supplement his thought. By thought, you can cause the gold in the hearts of the mountains to be impelled toward you, but it will not mine itself, refine itself, coin itself into double eagles, and come rolling along the roads, seeking its way into your pocket. Under the impelling power of the Supreme Spirit, men's affairs will be so ordered that someone will be led to the mind be led to mine the gold for you. Other men's business transactions will be so directed that the gold will be brought to you, toward you, and you must so arrange your own business affairs that you may be able to receive it when it comes to you. Your thought makes all things, an- animate and inanimate. Work to bring what you want, but your personal activity must be such that you can rightly receive what you want when it reaches you. You are not to take it as charity, nor to steal it. You must give every man more in use value than he gives you in cash value. The scientific use of thought consists in forming a clear and distinct mental image of what you want, in holding fast to the purpose to get what you want, and in realizing with grateful faith that you do get what you want. Do not try to project your thought in any mysterious or occult way with the idea of having it go out and do things for you. That is a wasted effort and will weaken your power to think with sanity. The action of thought in keeping rich is fully explained in the preceding chapters. Your faith and purpose positively impress your vision upon formless substance, which has the same desire for more life than you have. And this vision received from you sets all of the creative forces at work in and through their regular channels of action, but directed toward you. This is really odd that I have not had any viewers, so it's just making me wonder if this is working right. Oh well, it's just more practice, right? It is not your part to guide or supervise the creative process. All you have to do with that is to retain your vision, stick to your purpose, and maintain your faith and gratitude. But you must act in a certain way so that you can appropriate what is yours when it comes to you, so that you can meet the things you have in your picture and put them in the proper places as they arrive. And you can only get what is yours by giving the other man what is his. Your pocketbook is not going to be transformed into a Fortunata's purse, which shall be always full of money without effort on your part. This is the crucial point in the science of getting rich, right here, where thought and personal action must be combined. There are very many people who, consciously or unconsciously, set the creative forces in action by the strength and persistence of their desires, but who remain poor because they do not provide for the reception of the thing they want when it comes. By thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. Whatever your action is to be, it is evident that you must act now. You cannot act in the past, and it is essential to the clearness of your mental vision that you dismiss the past from your mind. You cannot act in the future, for the future is not here yet. And you cannot tell how you will want to act in the future contingency until that contingency has arrived, because you are not in the right business or the right environment now. Do not think that you must postpone action until you get in the right business or environment. And do not spend time in the present taking thought as to the best course in possible future emergencies. Have faith in your ability to meet any emergency when it arises. If you are thinking of every possible thing that can go wrong, 9 times out of 10, it's going to go wrong. Think about all the things that could go right, because what we think about, we bring about. If you act in the present with your mind on the future, your present action will be with a divided mind, and it will not be effective. Put your whole mind into the present action. Everything is now in the present, not in the past, not in the future. Do not give your creative impulse to original substance and then sit down and wait for results. If you do, you will never get them. Act now. There is never any time but now, and there never will be any time but now. If you are ever to begin to make ready for the reception of what you do want, you must begin now. And your action, whatever it is, must most likely be in your present situation, your present business, or your present employment, and must be upon the persons and things in your present environment. You cannot act where you are not. You cannot act where you have been, and you cannot act where you are going. You can act only where you are. Do not bother as to whether yesterday's work was well done or ill done. Do today's work well. Do not try to do tomorrow's work now. There will be plenty of time to do that when you get to it. Do not wait for a change of environment before you act. Get a change of environment by action. You can so act upon the environment in which you are now as to cause yourself to be transferred to a better environment. Hold with faith and purpose the vision of yourself in the better environment, but act upon your present environment with all your heart and with all of your strength and with all of your mind. Do not spend any time in daydreaming or castle building. Hold to the one vision of what you want and act now. Do not cast about seeking some new thing to do or some strange, unusual, or remarkable action to perform as a first step toward getting rich. It is probable that your actions, at least for some time to come, will be those you have been performing for some time in the past. So, in other words, don't expect things to happen immediately. It's going to take time for our habits to change. Okay. But you are to begin now to perform these actions in a certain way, which will surely make you rich. If you are engaged in some business and feel that it is not the right one for you, do not wait until you get into the right business before you begin to act. Do not feel discouraged or sit down and lament because you are misplaced. No man has ever so misplaced that he could not find the right place. And no man ever became so involved in the wrong business that he could get into the right business, but that he could get into the right business. Hold the vision of yourself in the right business with the purpose to get into it and the faith that you will get into it and are getting into it, but act in your present business. Use your present business as a means of getting a better one, and use your present environment as a means of getting into a better one. Your vision of the right business, if held with faith and purpose, will cause the supreme to move the right business towards you. And your action, if performed in a certain way, it will cause you to move toward the business. If you are an employee or a wage earner, you feel that you must change places in order to get what you want. Do not project your thought into space and rely upon it to get you another job. It will probably fail to do so. Hold the vision of yourself in the job you want while you act with faith and purpose on the job you already have. And you will certainly get the job you want. Your vision and faith will set the creative force in motion to bring it toward you, and your action will cause the forces in your own environment to move you toward the place that you want. In closing this chapter, we will add another statement to our syllabus. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe. A thought in the substance produces a thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, the man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. He must form a clear mental picture of the things he wants and hold this picture in his thoughts with a fixed purpose to get what he wants. And the unwavering faith that he does get what he wants, closing his mind to all that may tend to shake his purpose, dim his vision, or quench his faith, that he may receive what he wants when it comes. Man must act now upon the people and things in his present environment. Okay, there's lots I can talk about right here. See, in the first part of the book, it had talked about, ouch, sorry. It had talked about doing the best of your ability, where you are, when you are. It's like preparing for, okay, back in chapter 6, if you guys remember, the guy with the old, he rented this old house. It was pretty wore down. All he could afford was rent from month to month. I mean, this man never had anything extra. But he got a vision in his head, and he started envisioning, working to the best of his ability in his current situation, working towards a better situation, but having to work in your present place is crucial. This is crucial. So we got to sit there and think about our vision all day long while we are working to get those riches that we want in our present place. So let's just take, let me try to come up with an analogy. Like, say you were up for a promotion at work, and you were working really, really hard, and you did not get it. You did not get it. Of course, you're going to be upset, and you thought that you were working to the best of your ability. You had everything in place. Are you ready to receive it? That's a big one. If you are not ready to receive exactly what you want in your present place, then it's not going to happen. So we have to work. We have to go the extra mile. We have to do everything necessary in the position that we are in right now. That is your vehicle. That is your vehicle to get you to the next opportunity or the next promotion or the next company, whatever it is that you're working towards. So think about that. So you didn't get the promotion and you got a pissy attitude now, and you're thinking, why do I work so hard? Why am I doing all this? What the hell is it for? And you start sloughing off on your job. What's going to happen is those forces that you put out there, that you wanted, that you were envisioning, you screeched the brakes on that. It came to a complete stop, and now it's going backwards. It may not even be there to retrieve. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're not working in our present place to the best of our ability, with the best intentions, and keep that vision in your mind that, yes, I will be working. People will see me. They will know what I'm doing, and I will get opportunity after opportunity. But if we work with ill intent or put things out into the universe to put a hoogie googie hocus pocus spell on somebody, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. We have to do everything that we are capable of doing. And working ahead does not work either. Doing the best that you can do in the given time, and always hold that vision and the faith that you will achieve exactly what you want to receive. I could go on and on about this chapter, but you got to act now in the present place. You cannot wait until everything is just right. Oh, let's wait until Sally graduates from school. Then I can devote my time where it needs to be. Or let's just wait until I got a little extra money so I can do this or I can do. You have to act now. I don't know how many times the word now is in this chapter. I remember Robert saying something when we did the mastermind to how many times it was in there. So it's just excuses. If you have to wait for everything to be just right for you, it's not going to happen. And if you're waiting to start an opportunity because everything isn't just right, it'll never happen. I guarantee you it will never happen. If it does, it will not be a successful endeavor. It just won't. And I think about this and I think, how stupid have I been? How stupid have I been not to get the principles of this book? And it does kind of throw me in a tizzy, because all we have to do is do everything for the right intentions and not screw anybody or not be jealous of anybody. Get out of that competition and get into creative planes. Get out of the competition. But yet that's how we all were raised. Every single one of them, everything was a competition in school, on the playground, in the backyard. I mean, whatever it is, everything was a competition, whether it was with our siblings or our peers in school, whatever. We're always held to fight and to do our best, and we got to win. And if we can get rid of that mindset and totally switch that, your whole life is going to change. This book has literally changed my life because I didn't read it just once and put it on the shelf. I continued to read a part of this book every single day, and I have every single day for a good 3 months. Before that, it was just sporadic, but I would read the whole book again for sure. Now I just focus on a specific chapter. And I think all the chapters leading up to this chapter has kind of been prepping us for acting in the now and getting rid of the excuses and the competitive mind that most of us have. So I don't know what else I can say. Bloom. I can't remember. Somebody said this in the mastermind. Bloom where you are planted. Think about that. Bloom where you are planted. Other opportunities are going to come to you. They will. I promise you. All right. I hope you have a good night. I am going to hop over to my private group. I'm going to do a product demonstration right now, and it is on the Instantly Ageless. So excited about that. All right. I'm out of here. I might be back for a scripture yet tonight. It's kind of a rough day, and so I'm doubling up on the scriptures. All right. I'm out of here. Bye, guys.